Okay, lesson 101, page 630, translating expressions into equations. All right, if you look under the box, it says, an essential skill of mathematics is the ability to translate language, situations, and relationships into mathematical form. Since the earliest lessons of this book, we have practiced translating stories into equations, which we can then solve. In this lesson, we will practice translating other common patterns of language into algebraic form. We will also use our knowledge of geometric relationships to write equations to solve geometry problems. All right, so you guys have already been doing this, and this is a skill that you want to hone, okay? It'll just help you so much when you're going on into higher math to be able to look at phrases and word problems and to be able to create an equation from it. All right, so don't skip the part of writing the equation, okay? A lot of the equations right now are easy, and you can think the equation in your head and solve it, but you really need to get into the habit of writing out those equations, okay? Because the more you do it, the faster you'll get, and you'll just get very good at it. All right, so here we have some phrases, and we're going to translate them into some equations. Twice a number. Okay, this is pretty easy. We're going to do 2 twice a number, n. We don't know what the number is, but we know we have twice the number. Okay, so twice the number would be written this way. 5 more than a number. Okay, look at the phrase as a whole. 5 more than a number. So we have a number. We have 5 more than it. So what are we doing? We're adding 5, right? 5 more than a number. 3 less than a number. Okay, so now we have a number, and then we have 3 less than that. Okay, so we have number minus 3. Half of a number. Well, we know of is times, and half of a number. So we have 1/2 times a number. 1/2 n. The product of a number and 7. Okay, if we're doing a product, then what are we doing? We're multiplying. So we have a number and 7, so we have 7 times a number, or 7n. All right, here we have a nice long phrase. 17 is 5 more than twice a number. All right, so we have 17 is equals 5 more than what? Than twice the number. We know we write twice the number like this, and then it's 5 more than twice the number. So we have twice the number, 5 more than that. Okay, so what you're doing in this lesson is you're taking phrases, translating them into equations. Okay, look at example 1. If 5 less than twice the number is 17, what is the number? All right, well, let's get an equation written here. 5 less than twice the number is 17. Okay, 5 less than what? Twice the number. So we have twice the number, 5 less than that, and that is 17. All right, what is the number? So we need to figure out what n is. We need to get it alone. Okay, so you guys know what to do. We add 5 to both sides. We're left with 2n. 17 plus 5 is 22. We still need to get n alone, so we divide both sides by 2, and n will be equal to 11. All right, so our number is 11. All right, example 2. All right, here you've got an angle, and what you're going to do is you're going to figure out what x is and what the measures of these angles are by using an equation that you're going to write from looking at this. The angles marked x and 2x in this figure are supplementary. What is the measure of the larger angle? All right, well, if they're supplementary, what does that mean? Hopefully you remember that means that these two angles added together equal 180 degrees. So how can we write an equation? Okay, well, we know that this angle, 2x, plus this angle, x, equals 180 degrees. And just like that, we have an equation. So now we can start to work the equation. All right, 2x plus x, think of it as 1x, that's 3x, and that equals 180 degrees. Okay, now we can divide both sides by 3, so x will be equal to 60 degrees, and we have our answer, right? No, because it says, what is the measure of the larger angle? We know x is 60. If we look at the larger angle, it's 2x, so we have to do 2 times x, so 2 times 60. So the larger angle will measure 120 degrees. All right, so you need to get good at writing equations, solving them, but then also making sure you remember what the question's actually asking. Okay, go ahead and try the practice problems on your own, and then play the video and see if you got them correct. Okay, let's take a look at these. Make sure that you wrote this out. 6 more than the product of a number and 3 is 30. All right, so you've got 6 more than what? The product of a number and 3. So we have the product of a number and 3, so 3n, 3 times the number. 6 more than that, so plus 6. And 6 more than the product of a number and 3 is 30. So your phrase, your equation should look like this. What is the number? Okay, well, we can subtract 6 from both sides. So we'll get 3n is equal to 30 minus 6, which is 24. So we divide both sides by 3, so n is equal to 8. Okay, what about B? 10 less than half of what number is 30? Okay, make sure you wrote this out correctly. 10 less than what? Half of what number? So we don't know the number, but we know we have half of it. So half of this number, we have 10 less than that. So minus 10. 10 less than half of what number is 30? Equals 30. Okay, so we add 10 to both sides. So we have 1/2 of this number equals 40. Okay, we can multiply by the reciprocal on both sides. So we have n equals 80. All right, C, what is the measure of the smallest angle in this figure? Okay, well, first you need to be able to write your equation. All right, we know that this is 180 degrees. This is 90, so then these two together must be 90. So we can do 3x plus 2x equals 90. So you should have that somewhere on your paper. Now we can figure out what x is, and then we can figure out what the smaller angle is. So 3x plus 2x, that's going to be 5x. We know that's equal to 90. So we can divide both sides by 5. Okay. 90 divided by 5. 5 will go in there once. And 40, 18. So x is equal to 18. What is the measure of the angle in this figure, the smallest angle? So we need to do 2 times 18. We know that's 36. So 36 degrees will be our answer. And then D, find the measure of each angle in this triangle. All right, well, we don't know any of them, but how many degrees are in a triangle? 180. So we know that 2x plus 3x plus x, we know all those 3 angles together will equal 180 degrees. So we can add them up. Think of this as 1x. So 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So 6x, that's going to be equal to 180 degrees. Divide both sides by 6. So x will be equal to 30 degrees. They want the measure of each angle. So this angle, 2x, 2 times 30, it's going to be 60 degrees. 3 times 30, that'll be 90. And then this one will just be 30 degrees. All right, make sure you're writing your equations, okay? I have to see those on your paper. All right, go ahead and start your lesson.